am not a fan. Personally, I think one of the most important things for Irelia is being able to get on top of your target, right? So the first thing is Lulu, well, when you dive in, her polymorph is... Okay. Yes, I remember when Soraka was, in fact, in the meta. Now, you'll notice that there's a stacking wave in top lane. That means that Advienne has made his way up. He doesn't care about being spotted. Their whole goal here is to deny Adam as much farm as possible.
I mean, Adam doesn't have flash either. Like, if he gets hit with a single brittle, this is a very easy knockup. There's the... Just look for the polymorph. What can he do? You can't do anything against that. The power of the polymorph. It tasted to be an easy enough secure for them, even though they gave up the scuttle crab. And with Rift Held and 9 minutes on the clock, XL have about 1,000.
Markoon, if you wanted to be ambitious, could EQ, steal, flash out. But I don't think he's going to. I think they're just going to concede that one. Only the first Drake of the game. Finn's going to be happy to receive some plates. And now the TP is going to come through. That ult.
Yeah.
Successful ganks on to Larssen, which allowed them to really dominate through that mid jungle and get themselves an early lead, but...
What is up with these rockets? Vedius has plated steel caps. Yeah, you can ult him with the Syndra, but Unleashed Power isn't going to chunk him out too quickly. He's just going to be a very beefy boy on the front line, and now xMatty in for a very difficult situation as well. Jumps away, limit low! And you can use the other ones for sight, but that one is used for killing. Patrik able to secure the kill with Super Mega Death Rocket and walk out pretty much unscathed. Curtain Call answers back, but Advienne can just block up the shots for XL. It's the second kill on the board.
Nice dive. Just well executed overall from XL. Good use of the package alongside the engage from Markoon. They have the numbers advantage, but they're not going to risk contesting it right now. Nukeduck has gone back to base. Good sidestep there from Patrik.
Yeah, Adam just...
They know they have the numbers advantage. So, literally, as we were just talking about it, nice setup for XL. This is very much an example of turns as xMatty.
Oh, nice Gale Force to get away from the Call of the Forge God. And as you say, XL now taking their turn in the mid lane. Rift Held will get another charge in. This tower should go down as Patrik can just chunk it out. Curtain Call opens up. Cinkrof going in with the Crescent Sweep. Won't be able to knock him back far enough. Markoon able to EQ combo out of there. NuclearInt TPing in, as is Adam. And this could be a good flank position for BDS. Jumped away by XL, but Markoon has to pop the stopwatch. Adam trying to dive onto the backline. Limit's going to pick up the first kill. What can Nukeduck and Patrik do? Not enough. The heals from Limit keeping BDS tanky enough, healthy enough to survive through the burst that is Jinx Corki.
Good use of the teleports from BDS there to find a successful flank onto XL, get themselves 2 kills, and they should be able to get their first tower of the game as well. Really great play there to punish the fact that a lot was unavailable for XL. They wanted to try and reset.
To BDS against the Soraka, it does make sense. Nukeduck is spotted on a ward here. NuclearInt looking for the knockback. And Nukeduck will use the package to get away from that one. Finn not in the position to fight this Vanguard Jet. Stuck goes wide. There's the flawless duet. But look at the CC chain onto Adam. Baited and outsmarted XL. Waited and they found their fight. Cinkrof now forced to use an ultimate of his own just to keep himself alive and retreat back to his own mid lane. XL will work their way down
to Patrik, but Patrik then flashes away. And once Adam is committed, there's nothing that he can do. He's now in the fight. There's no way that he's getting out of that, and he finds himself in a 1 versus 4, meaning that he very good. You can see there was one control ward there, but look, Finn lurking around in the fog of war. xMatty has no idea.
He has got flash, he has got barrier, and he has got Cinkrof just around the corner. Call of the Forge God coming out, flash brittle. Oh my goodness, it's just unfair. That's a tank! A tank shouldn't be able to do that. xMatty burns both his barrier and his flash and wish and dies in the end anyway. But perhaps Patrik's going to be turned back around on Wild Goat, keeping him alive just enough to survive for the moment. But the Vanguard Jet slowed him enough for BDS to find the chase, and now the chase can really continue. Nukeduck has to put the damage down for his team. Markoon only gets a ward. Double goes down for NuclearInt. And BDS have been able to close that goal. A cannon at about a 3rd HP and a tiny, small caster remains with it, but XL have total vision control.
The funny thing is, Finn is now a rogue. Look, he's in stealth, looking for the flank. Oh, and this is a good flank.
Oh, Curtain Call coming out. Call of the Forge God has been used. Who's he looking for? NuclearInt, the first target. There's the Witch coming out as XL actually forced away, and Finn finds lonesome against 5 members of BDS. But what can Advienne and Patrik do? Patrik has no mana. He can't change to the rockets, and because of that, he's rooted and taken out. BDS able to wipe this fight down in the bottom side river. Nukeduck will have to flash himself. Dragon was secured, though, by XL.
I mean, that flank was very good from Finn, but there was absolutely... And he will be up in 8 seconds' time.
It's a pretty slow Baron, as you say. TP coming out from Nukeduck because he's going to join this one. Clears out the mid wave, 8,000 HP on it. Advienne stepping forward. Markoon getting in there as well. Has the smite. Of course, levels don't matter, even though Markoon's at a 2-level disadvantage. Smite equal with Cinkrof. Finn on his way. Call of the Forge God not up. More vision in the pit. NuclearInt. Look at that damage. Limit forced away as well. Markoon, EQ combo, smite secured, but it's Cinkrof that gets it. But look at the damage coming out from XL immediately afterwards. As Nukeduck can stay alive, they can wipe this fight. Limit across the wall trying to do what he can, but what he can do is not too much. xMatty dies, and only Cinkrof and Limit survive.
Still, BDS walk away with the Baron, but what a combo there from Finn. I think that was a 4. Makes way more sense.
Yep.
But
There's
now the TP. Okay, I like this. Let's see where the engage is going to come through. The traps are thrown down. Cinkrof looking for an engage.
Look at that damage on xMatty. Already half of his health gone. The big one coming out as well. Call of the Forge God has been used. Cinkrof tries to get in the midst of them, but with the Crescent Sweep, he cannot survive. And now XL can open up. That's a double bomb if I've ever seen one. Hextech upgrades all round for XL as they just snipe out Limit. NuclearInt will recall behind them, and he's spotted. If you recall in the camouflage, you are uncamouflaged. NuclearInt spotted out by that ward. Markoon's going to go in with the Cataclysm, locks NuclearInt in place. Back he comes, Markoon, with that GA. He built that second item, and now NuclearInt, oh, he's on another ward. He's back here. He manages to flash away. Finn still on the chase. Advienne coming in as well. Perhaps looking for the killer himself. Adam stayed around for a long time. And meanwhile, Nukeduck and Patrik are just pushing in the bot lane. This will be at least the inhibitor tower. Definitely the inhibitor to follow, you have to feel, as Patrik forces xMatty away. XL, get the inhib, get the Drake, get out. And for the moment, actually looks like, wait, is there a TP on NuclearInt? There is. He's going to get the recall up. There's a TP. XL outnumbered right now. Adam dashing forward, exhausted. Only lands the Vanguard Jets onto one, and now Finn is going to join the party. Down towards the bottom lane. It's a 4v4 brawl. Stun lands. Advienne survives. Nukeduck does not shut down, and it goes over to Limit. Perhaps not the target that you wanted for it. Markoon farming in his jungle right now, doesn't really want to join his team. Advienne will survive with a heal, and the tower stands and forces BDS.
So I literally couldn't see. Now, the Baron is started off, as we talked about. The TP going to be used from Adam. That means that Finn will be a little late to the party.
Remember, Nukeduck doesn't have TP either. And, oh, doesn't matter, Markoon doesn't have a life. XL immediately have to back away. Good CC and the damage combo out of NuclearInt there to make sure they could get this Baron. And because of that, they will go into a gold lead. Team BDS now 2,000 gold ahead.
Rocket going to come through, unfortunately, for XL. Sitting in the fog zone.
See, it's a bit too intense of a game for the name I usually use for it, which is what we're not going to do. Markoon, oh, that's a lot of damage onto him. Cinkrof stepping forward as well. Markoon down at 2 xMatty. As the curtains open, the curtains close, perhaps on XL, and Patrik is forced away as well. Advienne will fall, and BDS, out of the darkness, out of the camouflage, out of the smog, they find 3 quick kills. Baron still remains on them.
Do much about right now. The question is, can XL stop the end of the game? 14 seconds. It's close, but with 5 members of BDS, it all comes down to what can Nukeduck do.
NuclearInt has flash in just a second as well. Adam trying to get onto the back line, trying to get onto Patrik. Cinkrof gets onto Nukeduck. Super Mega Death Rocket isn't going to be enough, and both the Nexus Towers have already fallen. BDS, after being behind for so long, have been able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat as they take down XL and claim their first win ever in the LEC.
And just like that, the game ends. We talked so much about the scaling, but this Jarvan in the late game was so squishy going.